Hi everyone, welcome back to the studio where even dreams believe. It has been a few days and I have been battling construction noise, and it seems like the garden services for my neighbor has just arrived. So I do apologize if you do hear the lawnmowers in the background. This is a real video. This is how life goes. Okay, so today Floof did not join us, so I decided to use my beautiful backdrop here. It's a different corner of my art studio because I was busy with a lot of pottery and sculpture and things, so the studio is in a little of a mess at the moment. So that is why I thought today is a backdrop day. Okay, all right, let me share my screen with you. Okay, here we go. All right. I am happy to say that I have completed all my paintings for the challenge that I had with the sea turtles, and we are waiting on edge to see what the launch is going to do on the 11th. So as soon as I have links and everything available, I will post it here also so that you can go and have a look and watch what we were up to. Like I said, it's a collaboration of 30 artists and all using different themes and different types of media and everything. So it is absolutely fantastic. I am extremely excited for the fantastic outcome. Okay, so in our previous two videos, we were working on making cards. Now, the first method I showed was to have the card as one continuous piece of paper or cardboard. Actually, it's watercolor paper. Sorry. Okay, watercolor paper, and painting a continuous picture and then chopping it up into different pieces afterwards. We did, the one was the landscape with the houses and the trees and the valleys and the hills, and the other one was the more of a modern art. I just dropped some paint on different places and just played with that one, made marks with ink and everything, and so it turned out very well. So once it was dry, and after I've chopped up it into 4 sections, I looked at each piece and I saw that the marks that were made, the puddles of paint, if you look at this one here, the puddles formed these amazing flowers. Look, I just outlined them with my uni ink pen and added a little bit more of color here with a watercolor pencil, and just add some more imaginary flowers and things with my ink pen. But don't you think that looks very cute? I love this one. This is one of my favorites. And then what would it look like if we put it on a card? So now over here I have 2 cards that I've used, and this is for a horizontal. So if you want to have a flip up card, you can see there what it would look like. It is absolutely so beautiful, and to receive something that is made and painted by hand is an absolute winner. That is, in our world today, it's more and more commodity. Okay, so that is what that one would look like there. You can also go to a slightly bigger card. Now this is just an A5 that I folded in half, and then you can have it like that. You can see that both types of cards would be amazing to receive. Okay, so now let's have a look at the next one here. The next one also had a few interesting flowers and interesting shapes, and I added more lines. If you look closely, you can see that I've played with a white jelly pen where I added some more texture, and I added all these things in there And if you go closer, you can see that my lines are not perfect at all. That is the joy of this, is it's just to be free and to scratch your lines out quickly. And look at that. It makes a fantastic card. It goes on both the same. This is slightly smaller. And what you will also notice is that I did not cut the edges straight. The watercolor made like its own pool there. So I use that to find the organic shape of the card. So you can use it. You can even, if you want a slightly smaller card, you can make your card smaller. You can chop it off here so that it doesn't have such big white negative space. Okay, so that was the second one. Let's put that one over there. This one was just play with shapes and forms, and whatever I saw there, I just decided this is fantastic to play with. I just followed the squiggles and used again a colored pencil, the watercolor pencil. I used some alcohol ink markers on this one, and also the jelly roll pen. It is just fun. It's so much fun to do things like this. And here you can see it is a beautiful, beautiful card. Okay, and it can go on both formats. You can even, if you want to, put them this way. But you can even, I'll show you now with the little house, we can put two next to each other, and that would be an interesting card as well, because remember, they are chopped to join, so we can have a diptych. Okay, so now let's see here. This one here is a little bit more open and a little bit more cleaner, but I just love this one. It reminds me of arum lilies. My arum lilies turned out orange, but that was the shape that I saw there. Look at that. And here I just played with color pencil, watercolor pencil, and just played with those lines. But I think this one turned out superb. This is my favorite one of the free flow ones. Okay, so this one here, if you had to make your card a little bit shorter, if you chopped it off, you can have it like that, or you can have it there. You can even turn this one like that, because it is it's a little bit wider, this one, because it was I used it on the horizontal. Okay, so you can put that one there, or if you would like to use it on this one, and I think actually on this card it would go best. So this is the way that I would put this one up here. Now what you can do, if you want to decorate the outside, you can make a little bow with a pen or something, or you can write a small message there. You don't have to. So these cards, I usually sell my cards just as blanks with an envelope, so that the people can write in their own messages, and then it is so multifunctional, it can go for any occasion. Okay, so yes, those are my favorites. Okay, now let's have a look and see what our tiny houses in our countryside came out to. So let me see if I've got the order right. Let's have a look and see. Yes, I think I do. Whoops, this way. No, that way. Yes, that was it. Okay, so now here we can see, let me just move it up a bit. We can see where they where they joined more or less. Hold on one second, people. I think this one was over here. Yes, look at that. Okay, that is it. Now we've got the right order. Okay, so these came out so nicely, and something that I did, instead of just cutting them square with square ends, I just slightly free-formed the rounded corners. So I don't have one of those fancy corner punches. They are very handy, but I don't have one of those. So let's have a look here. If we say we want to make a diptych, okay. Just look how cute that would look on a card. Imagine receiving a diptych card. That would be cute, don't you think? Okay. We can also put them in a small frame. That would also be fantastic, just to receive something like this in a, it is a painting after all. Okay, so yes, here we can see we can even play with just a single one on the big one. I think it looks very cute. Let's see what this one would look like by itself. Very nice. I think this the card is a little bit oh no, we can still do, we can do this diptych also. So there's so many possibilities that you can do when you have a continuous painting that you cut up. I love doing it this way because you can do so much with it. Okay, let's see this one here. If you want to use that one and that one, I think they came out so nice. And on their own, they can stand alone because it is a complete painting. And you can see here, I've made a little bit more a detail on the house, on the roof, and on the trees. You can see where the sun is coming from, which side the sun is coming from. So yes, I'm very happy with how these came out. All right, let's just put that there. If you want to do the portrait style cards like that, you can do that one also. They all came out fantastically. Okay, so I'm very happy to say that I think it was a success. I would love to hear what your thoughts are on these, and I think in our next video we will definitely have a look at making more cards. And ultimately what I would like to do is I would love to make another painted paper painting. Have you ever heard of that term? It's basically collaging with papers that I have painted. It's so much fun. Let me show you a painting of one of those that I have done. It is called the Mushroom House. Let me just take you over here. Let me see. Can you see that one? Oh, hold on. I'm trying not to tip it too much. Now this one here. Let me see which way I have to go. Down, up. There we go. Oh, we're sort of in the middle. Okay, let me just lean my arm. You can see there, that is so amazing. You can see all the textures, the depth, the perspective. It's just amazing what you can do when you paint your own papers and then you use it in a collage. The fun, hours and hours of fun. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed every minute of doing that. And that little house I completed with one of my students from Russia. So her painting came out beautifully as well. And it was just such a joy to do that. Okay, so yes, I would love to do that also with you at some point. But today, I just wanted to show you what can be done with watercolor cards, the two different styles I used. The first style was an actual like painting. The next one was just to play with color and just put marks down, and what you can do with it, how you can work it to make either a very beautiful small card, or you can make like a gift tag, or if you go even smaller, if you had to divide these even smaller, you can have a little space open for a name to or from, and then it can be a fantastic gift tag. Using this method, we can make bookmarks. If you have a bookworm in the family, a bookmark is a fantastic gift also, because especially a hand-painted bookmark, it's beautiful. Okay, all right, my friends, thank you. This video was not that long, and I am looking forward to the next one. And let's think, what shall we do in the next one? Oh yes, I wanted to show you in the next video if we had to divide these with masking tape and then just paint them like that. We can do that also. Or we can actually use a folded piece of paper. This is, I think this is a 200 grams watercolor. I've just folded it like that, and to paint directly on that. That is also an idea. If you don't want to just add something to it, if you want to paint straight onto it, we can also do that. So let's do that. We will have one that is folded like this that we can paint on, and then we can show the other way of blocking them like that to make more definite ends. Then it would create a frame around our work, like a little white border, like a photograph. So it would have the little border around it, where then you can decide if you want to keep it square or whatever you want to do, but it's just a different method. Okay, I will see you soon. Thank you so much for being with me here today, and it was great seeing you again. See you soon. Thank you for being here, and please like and subscribe and share with a friend. Okay, thank you. Bye.